Hey everyone, I'm jumping in here on Monday of Thanksgiving week to give you some advice about how to handle uncomfortable conversations with your family. I know this is a time of year I've been hearing a lot of chatter in my community the past couple of days about being really nervous about being in situations with family members that have no boundaries or feel free to talk about, diet stuff that can be really triggering and also make comments about your body, fat shaming like really overtly. So I think it's really important to prepare yourself for stuff like that and know how you're going to handle it. Because what happens to me when I'm in situations like that, it doesn't happen to me that often anymore, but when it used to happen, when people will kind of make really inappropriate comments about my body or talk about losing weight or dieting or any of that stuff, I was like a deer in headlights, like I didn't know how to respond in that moment and I kind of got like fuzzy in my brain. So you might want to just rehearse a couple scenarios or a couple like responses that you want to have in your pocket. So when stuff like that happens, you know how to handle it. Like you can feel confident and calm and you don't have to freak out and there doesn't have to be drama, but you can respond in a way that feels right for you. So I want to remind you of two things. First of all, it's okay to create boundaries with people, and boundaries don't have to be big and dramatic and like a big, conversation for 10 minutes. It can just be something super simple, whatever feels right for you. But you can just say like, I don't want to talk about that, or please don't make comments like that. It doesn't have to be like a huge thing, although it can be. And that's another tact you might want to take is to, if you know that there's someone who is constantly, crossing your boundaries and saying comments that make you uncomfortable, maybe head it off at the pass, and have a conversation with them before the holiday, and say, hey, look, this is something that I really want to get off my chest. I hope you can hear this with love. And could we please avoid discussing, certain topics when we're together on Thursday or whatever you're doing for the holiday. So that's number one. Just remember that boundaries don't have to be big and dramatic. It can just be like a simple statement that you make that just kind of, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to defend yourself. You can just say, I don't want to discuss that, or this conversation is making me uncomfortable, something super simple, and just move on, right? And the second thing to remember as you're going into this possibly stressful time is really set aside time to take care of yourself. And that might mean saying, you know what, I gotta go to the bathroom, and just sitting on the toilet for 5 minutes and just repeating something to yourself that makes you feel better, whether it's I am enough, or, I love and accept myself exactly as I am, or, I don't need to listen to what these other people are saying, just something that kind of brings you back, centers you, brings you back to the truth, your truth, which is that you're working on self-acceptance. You're working on getting rid of diet culture in your life. You're working on health without needing to lose weight. And so it's okay to have these kind of mantras or affirmations that you repeat to yourself in those moments when you're feeling like, oh my God, I can't escape from this nonsense that's going on around me. Just go away for a little while and bring yourself back to where you need to be in order to feel your best. And that also might look like, setting aside time for yourself and taking care of yourself also might look like just before the event, knowing that when you get up that morning, you're going to need an extra hour to do some meditation, to go for a walk, to listen to a podcast, to meditate, to tap, whatever you need to do to really get yourself in the right frame of mind and center yourself in, like I said, in your truth, and knowing who you are and how you want to approach this holiday and the things that feel right for you and that are good for your mental health. So I know it can be really hard. I mean, I don't really have this quite as much anymore because I've been really vocal about this, obviously, and everybody knows that this is my business and this is what I do. So they know better than to talk about, any kind of fat shaming or diet stuff around me. But I know this is really common, and I lived with it for a long time too, where your family just, diet culture is everywhere. It's so prevalent. It's in the medical profession. It's on TV. It's on the radio. You just hear about it and see about it everywhere. And for most people in the world, it seems really normal. I don't think nobody's trying to hurt your feelings. Nobody's trying to trigger you. It's just like so prevalent in our society. It's ubiquitous that it's normal to chat about it, and people don't understand like how sensitive it might be for you or how difficult it might be for you. So remember, it's okay to set boundaries, and the boundaries don't have to be big and dramatic. It can just be a simple statement like, I don't want to talk about that, or this is making me uncomfortable. And set aside time to take care of yourself. Do what you need to do to keep yourself in the right frame of mind, to remember what your truths are, whether it's affirmations or mantras or just taking some extra time for self-care before or after or during the event. to make sure that you are, put yourself first and know that the things that you think are true and the attitude that you want to have about yourself is really all that matters. So I hope that's really helpful for you. Good luck. I know this can be hard. Stay involved in your communities that give you strength and that build you up. Reach out to friends, vent, whatever you need to do to keep yourself, stable and happy. That would be my advice. So good luck, and let me know how things are going for you. I'd love to hear, and please like and comment on this video so more people get to see it. I would really appreciate that. Have a great Thanksgiving. Talk to you soon. Bye.